Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Alright. Well, it's been quite a while. Quite a while indeed. Um, yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been on stream, and I've missed streaming a lot. Recently, I went to a LARP, so that was fun. But other than that, I've just been on the grind, working my side job, cramming out as many games as I can here. I think I have like 8 ongoing projects right now. Hey, how you doing? Alright, I'm gonna move over to live scene. Let's see. We got my end of days title screen. If you don't know, it's a game that's already on Steam, but that's not what you're here for. So let's take a peek at what I'm doing with Duality. And right off the bat, you notice that I got some new trees and new grass. Lots and lots and lots of grass. I'm working on making this grass reactive for when you walk into it. It should bend and objects should kind of like leave an imprint in it. And then I'm also trying to make it able to catch on fire and stuff. So there's that. These trees, really cool. I like them. I need to change these colors. Something's a little odd here. Need to set up these torches to go with the day-night cycle. The atmosphere of the game, for some reason, has become a little too blue. I don't know how that happened. I think it has something to do with the fog, because I can kind of see it in the fog a little bit. And then, shadows got a little darker for some reason, even though I've softened the shadows. You can see it here. I only give it 1 bounce now. So there's that. Other than that, not really a whole lot of change to the map, other than I removed a lot of the static meshes and just went with straight terrain. You can kind of notice that here. This used to be like this kind of off green like that, or up there. So I've been playing around with the art style some. These trees need to go. I hate these trees. They look like rocks or cotton candy or something. Got some more scene stuff set up. You know, I played a lot with the grass, tried to just kind of get the vibe I want. The water's still not to my liking. I gotta fix that. Really like this grass though. Love this grass. Need to do something to make it operate the way I want to, but I'm running into some issues with how Unreal Engine works to do that. Because I can make this grass reactive anytime I want to, but I can't have it procedurally placed. Because all this grass is actually procedural. Let me show you how that works. Scared the shit out of me, but thank you. Definitely need that. I'm hoping to get to Twitch affiliate so I don't have to work a shitty part-time job. So yeah, let me show you how this grass works. So you notice like this under landscape looking thing. Just gotta paint color I want, and it knows where to put grass. That works really well, like super duper well. And then this grass is able to be scaled with the graphics settings, so this can run on lower end machines as well. I think we're getting something like 120 FPS in best places and like 60 in the worst places, so I gotta change that a bit. This works with all sorts of stuff. It's like I can paint rocks and stuff. Grass won't go on the rocks, or it shouldn't. I'm not really sure I like this rock texture too much. I want to make it more like this, kind of like how the sand is, because this is actually just an image. This isn't actually, if you get real close to it, it's actually smooth the whole way, but you can't tell it is. So that's really cool. Repaint this. I don't know what I have for some of these layers. I haven't played with all of them yet. I wonder what leaves is. This is new. Yeah, it's too big. Too big. It's another issue I've been having is some of these things aren't scaling properly. If you actually are down close over here, you can kind of see like this color bleed, like right here. Don't know what that's about, so I gotta fix that. Very annoying, but probably not a big deal. You can see the underlayer grass here. It's that same image type situation where it's not actually morphed, so this is all smooth, but looks like that anyway. I thought that was really neat. I'm gonna say thank you to Cinti Studios for that. Their Polygon Nature pack, probably one of the better packs I've seen from them so far. They always get style correct. Absolutely. My only gripe is that when I have a model or something I need to work on from them, it's usually got like double faces and a lot of cleanup work that I shouldn't have to do. But other than that, good stuff from Cinti, so definitely support them by buying their stuff. Keep looking around. I might change out these trees. I like them. They're nice background trees, but they're not really foregroundy like these trees over here. I like these trees. These are definitely very foregroundy. Find myself walking through a forest of these. That'd be really nice. Bamboo is not quite the color I want. I might just invert those colors, see what happens. I got Cinti's bamboo over here. This looks nice. I like this. But I don't feel it standing out the way these ones do. So, you know, gotta play with that. Hate this water. Keep saying it. I really, really hate this water. I have an alternative water material, but it's really not what I'm looking for, so I'm probably going to remake the water from scratch. I also have instant swimmable ocean volumes, but I need to figure out how to make this go the whole way, because this is a game sort of like Wind Waker, where you can travel the ocean to different islands, except we're not going to have as many small islands. We're going to have just like a couple more larger land masses. Changed up the docks here some. I felt it was really weird to just cover everything in this pebbly paths. I'm not even really a fan of these paths anymore. I gotta probably change it. Maybe make something similar to this this rock texture. These again, just flat. It's totally deceiving from above. I like it, but this is not a top-down game. It's a third-person game. I don't like things like this, so I want to change that as well. Maybe I'll make the texture itself spawn rocks, the way that the texture spawns grass. I could do the same thing with trees, but I like having precise control over the trees. Unlike this grass. Let's see, fix that real quick while I'm here. Yeah, it's all wild. I gotta make some underwater type things, even though you're not really gonna be spending a lot of time underwater until certain points. Probably won't even be able to swim underwater. It will be more like a dive, and then similar to Legend of Zelda, you probably have like some sort of weighty armor piece or something that'll be able to let you sink, and then I'll probably have some situation for how you'd be able to breathe underwater or be able to be underwater, something like that. What else? I've been playing a lot with the storyline lately. Getting together with some of my friends and just discussing plot and cinematic things. A lot of my anime buddies are the most useful ones because they know what I'm talking about. I really want to fix this blue hue. It's bothering me like a lot. What else did I do here lately? Because I busted all this out like today, essentially. It only took a couple hours. I know I did something. Oh, I know what I did. I changed something related to the day-night cycle. So let's get to here, and now these sun setting periods, they look really nice. Really nice. Bring it down more. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Probably going to take these clouds out of the actual sky. No, you know what? No, I take that back. I'll probably have physical clouds around the island, but then I'll add some more cloudage into the skybox. Not physical, just kind of like painted material. I have an idea for how to do that. Yeah, I'm having issues. I like the way the water is sometimes, but the inverted color, like here, that's annoying. I don't like this tiling either, so I need to make some sort of like fade out or inverse, because I don't want this around the edge. I would actually prefer that this is more of a solid color around here, and then fades out to this oceany swell, and then fades out to a solid color again. So sun goes down, some weirdness happens. I don't know why this doesn't go dark, but if I keep bringing it down, now it goes dark. So that's very obnoxious. I'm probably gonna mash together two of my favorite skybox blueprints, which is ultra dynamic skybox and fast stylized procedural skybox. They both have like really good things about them, but neither of them can really best of each other because of the parts of them that are bad or are preferred for the other blueprint. So I'm just gonna take them both, look through them, either smash them together or make my own. I like the lighting from or Ultra Dynamic Skybox, but I don't like my lack of customability. I'm gonna pretend that's a word. For example, in the fast procedural stylized skybox, I can change at certain times of the day what I want my color curves to be, so I can have finite control over exactly how it looks, but I can't get this beautiful aesthetic from that. I tried putting it in already, just didn't look right, unfortunately. If you don't know, this is actually dynamic global illumination, I think. This is one of my first projects I started, and I just kind of like, did I use some ambient occlusion? Good question. If I didn't, I should, because I've been thinking about it. I don't think I have so far. So far, I just have like a lot of low poly things I made in Blender. Like these mountains I made in Blender using the ant landscape. I threw a slight amount of emissive on it and took off most of the specular, except for maybe like here. This is a little obnoxious. I don't know if you can see my cursor. It looks black on that screen. So like nope, can't do that. Here? No? Static meshes? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do this. So like right here, I hate how sharp that is. Rocks don't do that. Unreal Engine has a nasty habit of making things kind of plasticky. Which is kind of why I went directly for the plastic look, but I still don't like the specular. Just don't. I added some emissive to this bamboo as well, because I felt it needed to stand out some more. These trees already had it. Now if you notice, these trees, absolutely no emissive. Too dark. Even at nighttime, too dark. This Torii Gate, way too dark. Even when the lights are on, the shadows are just super dark. I don't know why. I've got my skybox set up the way I want it to, essentially, for the light bouncing and things. So, gotta figure that out. Bring this up into the sky here. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, it's so dark, and it's like a brown, but it's not a black, and yet it kind of just treats it like one. Joke to be made, I guess? No. Saying a lot, I apologize. I need to improve my speech. Let's take a trip through the mountains. Actually, so the lighting looks pretty damn nice at night. I'm quite a fan. If I go over here, very nice. It's excellent. I'm a big fan of that. However, not a big fan of this. It's okay, but I need to add some flicker. Let's read up in the Discord here. Less hardness for light on the mountains. I will. Oops. I'll probably just turn specular down some more. It's not really too big a deal. I essentially tried to eliminate it already, but whatever. Grass looking super nice though. Oh my god, I'm just so in love with this grass. Shadows are very dark, but I guess that's fine for nighttime. During the day, I can't stand dark shadows. It doesn't make any sense. That's not how the real world is. This is that town from that screenshot I sent. Let's bring this back up to 1200. Almost looks like an anime. Not gonna lie. It's almost spot on anime. So this is quite a large game. I do not have any estimated time frame for when it's going to get out. It's an RPG based on Wind Waker and Avatar: The Last Airbender, so quite a big project. Big project. But I am working congruently on other projects as well. So I'll have those. Just got about 200 more beta keys handed out for end of days. If you have a VR headset, you should let me know. You can just hop in there, basically just handing out the keys like candy right now. I'd like to see what you had thought of for the ocean. Well, it's funny you say that. I'm currently also remaking Wind Waker for VR, so that's where I'm getting the idea for the feeling of this. Really just playing with how was that game made. I have all the original assets from the original Wind Waker, and I'm trying to make it look like Wind Waker HD without having to remake any models, and it's working. It's working really well. I almost want to bring this Duality into that custom engine version because of the tune shader, but it's just, I'm so scared to try to have to remake all this again because this was all just like some fuckery that happened and it just looked beautiful, so I might just keep it and figure out the blue issue. Oh yeah, let's go back to nighttime. Looks pretty nice. This is supposed to be a cherry blossom effect. That's gotta go. I don't like the way that looks, but I will make something. When you're near trees, I do think there should be like pollen and things. Let's see what I'm getting for stats right now. Oh, nice. Getting like between 95 and 120 FPS on average right now. Yeah, Wind Waker in VR. I can open up that project in a minute if you want me to. Dynamic resolution is something I want to look into as well. So, get out here. Very solid performance, even for this really big ocean. Even with these really poor shaders. Like, we're talking terrible everywhere. Except for this green, which is good. But like red means terrible. Absolutely bad. and since I'm going to be flying in the game, being at 30 FPS up here, no bueno. Nope. So I need to do something for... the grass does disappear after a certain distance. I forget how far. About here. That's too far. That should blend more. So I gotta play with that. Yeah, and it doesn't look right. So I'm considering playing with Z-up normals, which if you don't know what that is, it's essentially like imagine the grass from from Breath of the Wild. Let's see. Showed you the dock. Showed you there. Playing around with the rock textures. Doesn't really look quite right. Yeah, not the best. Need to fix that. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, is this the first time you're actually seeing my stream after you followed me? um, so, and of course, like this whole island that I'm showing off right now, this isn't the actual game. This is me just playing around with art style so I can get a better idea of what I want. We're looking at like some much larger areas, like pretty massive. But I think forest looks pretty good. Cliffside forest looks pretty awesome. This is how I think I'm gonna do a lot of the paths like this, but with actual rocks sprinkled on it. Glad you're able to relax after work. I have some waterfall components, but it's using that water shader that I didn't quite like. Not this one, but it's more solid. I'll throw it on just to show you guys what I'm talking about. Nope, that's not it. Guess I have a couple different water kinds. So there's this one. It looks good. Like, I don't mind it. It looks pretty good. I just don't think it fits. It fits well for a river and like an area like this. This is cool. I don't mind this. The color is not quite right, so I'll have to modify that. The shoreline's not deep enough, and also you shouldn't be able to see that far down to the bottom. If I come out here, now it's just a little too plain. Yeah, I want to bring it to like a brighter blue. I need to do some things. The reason being is that since the ocean's going to be essentially not infinite, but it'll be for the full expanse of the world, I don't want this stuff visible, and I can't just like have the entire world be terrain, so you're gonna get a lot of this weirdness. You see just like the edge of the mountain here. That's not cool. I don't like that. Oh. Yeah, oops, guess there's too much stuff. Yeah, you can see some of my laziness here, kind of sloppy work. What is RNG landscape? Nope, it's not randomly generated. None of it's. This is all hand painted or made in Blender. Oh, oh, I see what you're saying. Mm, I don't. I don't know if that's something I can do. I mean, I guess I should clarify. You can do anything in Unreal Engine. I don't know if that's something that would work correctly for the game. I could obviously tile out the entire bottom, but there's no reason to even have any vertices here, period. Because there's going to be a ton of vertices just on the ocean alone. Yeah, like there's too many vertices going on. This floor, this is a ton. This is so much. And for a large ocean plus continent-sized stuff, no. I'm just going to skip that altogether. You're not even going to be able to touch the ocean floor. You'll be able to touch, like, a lake bed. So... where is it? So here's the original pixel water. Ew. Just so ew. Totally like acid, essentially. And then here's like tweaking some of the variables. Needs work. So the character can swim, but not infinitely. It's like Wind Waker. Also, open world gamer. Yes, I am dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube. And yes, there'll be larger islands and continents and things. Sorry about that. Like I was saying, the character will be able to swim, but it will be more like Wind Waker, where you have like a breath or a stamina meter before you like drown, essentially. I haven't quite decided the approach I want to take for the extent of your swimming and water interaction, because you have elemental powers like Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I feel like it'd be a little weird if a waterbender drowned, like at all, ever. So I don't know. I gotta play with that thought. The weight. Well, so you can start swimming as much as you want. You can keep going, and then you'll run out of stamina essentially, and then you just drown. But you're gonna have a boat, not necessarily this boat, but like let's use this for example. And then you get on this boat, and then you set on the high seas, just like Wind Waker. And then you go somewhere else, and then you can hop out of the boat in the middle of the ocean, but then you can also probably drown if you don't like get back in time. Did I do anything else today? I mean, not really. I kind of just played around with what I had and tried to make it look nice. Nope. Yeah, this is an issue. I want it so that if an object is on top of grass and I set it to be static, grass does not spawn there. Also, notice the water is literally under everything. That's a big issue. I gotta work on that system. What the heck is this? What the actual fuck? Oh boy. I did not make any boat yet. I'm not even going to start with that until I figure out exactly how I want to do the ocean system. Yeah, you can see the FPS kind of gets pretty shit in some places. Gotta optimize this. Like right here, nothing behind this tree line, this bamboo line should be rendered as far as foliage. That is kind of my idea for having this large bamboo all over the place. It's supposed to be like a culling volume of sorts that just kind of looks right. I've actually got a metric fuck ton of barrels and crates. I don't know where I put them, but I do have barrels and crates somewhere. Some pots and things. Buckets. Oh. Oh. What? The hell? Why are these floating? This is floating too. No, I haven't been doing any character related things. I've been using placeholders for the time being. I'll jump in real quick. Mind you, I didn't set up controls for mouse and keyboard properly yet, so if I hop on the glider, don't worry about if it looks really wonky, because it is really wonky. Alright. Also ignore this debug thing I have in here. I'm working on like a better camera system that kind of doesn't instantly follow you, kind of has a lag behind it. Oops. Oh, man. This plays so much better on an Xbox controller, just saying. Really gotta set up some better controls. Also, the flying mechanics, period, are just broken and not good. Just have to completely redo those. Did I make... No? Okay. I did not add that. I wonder if I have an Xbox controller sitting near me. should actually. Nope, not that one. Aha! Xbox controller. See if I have my dongle. Funny word. Definitely have a dongle somewhere. Anywhere. Yeah, I'll worry about the dongle later. I guess I'll just run it off of USB. Alright, let me plug this in. Hopefully it's long enough. That's what she said. Okay, there's that. Alright, let's give this a whirl. Alright, cool. Xbox controller plugged in. Notice how this controls a lot better. Also ignore the health and stamina thing. That is totally just for me to test. Like, it's not even really the system for the game. I was just kind of fooling around with ideas. Okay, so melee, nothing really important, just kind of tested something. Gonna have air bending, water bending, fire bending. I didn't make anything for that, although I did make something for earth. So here's a rock wall. Notice that this mechanic is broken because I can actually continually make them infinitely and anywhere I so choose, including in the fucking air. So need to work on that. And I got a super jump. So there's that. I think I want to put some giant koi fish and things in here at some point, just because. Camera system, totally jank because Unreal has yet to make a decent camera system. Don't understand that. So far, really just kind of an art thing going on. Haven't really done a whole lot mechanic-wise. Well, not officially. There's some back-end stuff in here that I haven't actually figured out. I think I'm going to redo it, though. I'm thinking I'm going to use the Able ability system since I am also using that for a different game of mine. That game is Downtown Heroes. Totally broke, totally jank, but really pretty. What's going to be cool about this skybox is it's not going to be just random ass stars. It's going to be constellations that are moving because they're related to specific things in the game. Like, what can I say without giving it away? Think about the... Oh man, what's the word I'm looking for here? There's a word. There's totally a word. The zodiac calendar and things. They all have constellations, something like that. You'll see them kind of running around in the sky, doing their thing. Maybe, possibly, their bosses. Hinty hint. Not really going to give any much more than that. This game's a mind trip. Yeah, this is that dark, shadowy crap I've been talking about. I don't know what's up with that. I think it's mostly because the sun's coming from that side. Ugh, but FPS needs to get improved in certain areas. Not gonna trim down these trees. I wonder if I get far out enough if the LODs will kick in. And then, yeah, after a while I get far out enough and then it starts getting better performance-wise. Sorta. Kinda? No? Yes? Hello? Okay, yeah, clearly there's a lot to be worked on. Some of it is just Unreal's default settings that I really have to play with. Alright, well, that is about enough of Duality for the time being. I promised someone I'd open up the Wind Waker project, so I'll do that. You guys can take a peek at what I was doing. Hit save, save is saved. Let's I really should do this first. Alright. Boot me up some Wind Waker. Did I hit the button? Der button? Did hit, do I? Yes. Der button do hit, did I? Oh, please don't be compiling shaders. I will die. Oh, fucking die. Oh, nice. It's not. Awesome. I'm not gonna die. Oh, I've never seen it stuck at 50. Only at 45 and like 76 or something like that. More Vop juice. Waker that I'm working on. Yep, totally stole the music, totally stole the assets, but I'm doing this as a material study. So, nice big ocean, but not what I want for Duality. I want wake cresting waves sort of like this, but I don't want them UV scrolling. I need to do like layers. One goes in, one goes back, catches up where the other one is, disappears. You can kind of see where they merge here. It's not quite right. But this is actually a custom version of Unreal Engine that has a toon shader. Excuse this mess over here. You notice that it steps the shadows in threes. So it bands. It's really cool. Nice little thing I found on GitHub. Took me a while to put it together though. It's a little too bright. I'll turn that down at some point. Let's go to nighttime because I did some interesting stuff with light volumes to make these look correct. Let's go to the sky. Let's go to nighttime. But I gotta simulate. Loud, 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 loud. Very loud. Very interesting light study I did here. You can see the banding again. Might be like 5 steps actually. Pretty sure there's a day-night cycle here. Turn that music down. I think there's a day-night cycle. There should be. That doesn't look like it's moving. Yeah, let's pop out of that. Double check this. Use time of day curves. Oh yeah, by the way, this is that other skybox I was talking about. Really like it. I like how it gives me full control over the curves and stuff. I did some modifying to it so that it will notify things when it's a certain time of day, certain time of night, so it knows when lights should go on and off. I don't time change speed. Let's bring that to like 10, I guess. Let's bring this to like 12, I guess. And let's pop into full screen. And yes, this is VR. I built this off of the VR expansion plugin and a custom engine version. Like again, took so much to get to work. Like these nice clouds. It's a little too bright on the rocks, but this is all a study. The weather system's not quite what I want either. Gotta play with that. See how the lights turned on? I had to make a global notify, or whatever the hell it was called, I forget. I'm not quite satisfied with the rocks, although I will say I like the rock textures itself. This is an appropriate look for Duality, I think, if I was going to go full hand painted. Not the rocks that were there before. I like the sand and stuff too, but these things I want to play with. Can't get over this toon shader though. It looks so nice. It looks so good. Shadows, I think I might have turned them off almost completely. And like here, see this glitching? It's because in Wind Waker, you would never know it, but they actually faked a lot of their shadows with just like slightly different colored planes. Nintendo is like amazing with the way that they can save performance by these little tricks. That's why I thought, hey, it would be a great idea to learn how to do things for VR by trying to remake an old Nintendo game. Because Nintendo is just super wizard-like with the things they work with. I think the intensity's a little too high. I'm kind of noticing it now. Not what I want. Not what I want either. No. Anywhere in here? No. It's just like I love the settings in here. I would love to have this with the lighting system of Ultra Dynamic Skybox. And what's awesome about this one, if you remember in Ultra Dynamic Skybox, if that's what it's called, you looked at the sky, it was all red when you look at the shaders. When you look at here, so green, so freaking green. Amazing for performance. I think I'm getting like 120 FPS for a VR game. That's just absurd. Absolutely absurd. Let's take a look. Can't remember. Yeah, right around... No. Depends. It probably is higher when I actually run the game. Is my VR even connected? Could probably hop right in. Yeah, it might be a little bit effort. Watching for the moon? What do you mean by watching for the moon? Oh, do you mean like Majora's Mask moon? Well, yeah, the FPS will be higher regardless because I'm not running it in the editor. I'd be running it native. For example, when I play End of Days um, out of the editor and not in VR, it's like 500 FPS. So optimization's like crazy. This is something I would have to play with the same way. Hey, you know what? You know what I was just thinking? I bet that grass from Duality would look sick here. But it's not a landscape, so I can't really use it like that. I mean, I can paint it on. I think my curiosity is getting the better of me right now. Let's go ahead and throw that on there. Where is it? Polygon Nature Pack. Here we go. Alright, adding it in. Content. Import. Yeah, End of Days is getting like a huge overhaul. Like, just stupid massive. Polygon Nature, meshes, plants, grass. Let's see, what color grass would I think looks good? Probably darker grass, right? Because Wind Waker's grass was darker. Outset Island. Let's go ahead and bring that right on screen real quick. Darker grass it was. So bring that right into here. Bring that right into here. Compiling shaders. Start with this one. Okay, paint density, yes. I want it like one distance apart from each other. Uniform, lock X and Y. I want my scale Z to be like 2. Yeah, leave that. Random, yep. Static, yep. Sure. Let's give this a look. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, actually, hold up there. Got too many things going on at one time here. That looks nice, but too big. Like much too big. Yep, that looks nice. That looks very nice. Let's bring this down maybe like 50. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Radius, let's give it like 2. Yeah, pretty nice. I like it. Let's bring this up. Yeah, the flowers are for another thing, because there were flowers on Outside Island. Get rid of that. Pretty nice looking. Excellent. Who says grass is just for cutting? Some of the flowers were over here. A little too blown out. I will look at the grass from a character's point of view. Ah, you're right. Might be a little too high. From Link's point of view, let's see, Link was about this tall. You like it that big? Giggity? Nice. I might need to tone it down on the density though. Might be too much. Oh, there's my cat. Loves to scream into my microphone. Yeah, I know, cat. I'm sorry. For whatever I did. Well, when the cat starts screaming, I'm probably gonna have to get off. So this has been a nice little play session with some Wind Waker. Ah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Maybe a little too dark for my taste. I would have blended it a little bit. Cat, the audience says hello. Now, you might remember that grass was actually all in here during the game. Normally I wouldn't want to hand paint all this foliage. Use the grass material node, but this is not a landscape. However, I can technically convert it to a landscape because I have a tool. Cat, why are you screaming? Oh my god, why? Are you hungry? Are you like just cranky? Do you want me to go to bed? Like, I don't understand. Oh, hello. Yes, hi. How are you? Hello. I shall pet you. Hello, kitty cat. Yeah, there's plenty of pigs on this island, usually. I'll finish painting this grass and then I'll head offline. Probably work some more in Duality, or I'll take an anime break, because anime breaks, mint. Knowing my luck, the thing that's going to get recognized most about this stream is Wind Waker and not Duality. Would not be a surprise. Although Duality's gotten a lot of likes. Likes, it's not the way I want to say that. Gotten a lot of attention. It's a very pretty game. Some more of these flowers. Flower. All this foliage is probably really bad for VR. It's kind of dumb. I think VR should be at a better place than what it is already. That one grass. Okay. If it's animated measure, so you didn't need to put bamboo tree into the road, to the. I don't understand what you just said. Yes, hi cat. How are you? Sound like you're struggling. An old baby. My cat's like 17, 18, something like that. Last I checked, it was like 86 in human years, something like that. Weird that I remember that more than his actual age. Wind Waker is the kind of game where pop-in is totally allowed, so I will set scalability for sure. Though personally I don't believe in pop-in, I like fade-in. Fade-in's much better. Not a Wind Waker song. That's Lon Lon Ranch. Of course, I could always just lower this. Come on, Unreal, work with me. Okay. Grassy. Mucho grassy. But not really the color I want, unfortunately. Let's try this one. What? Oh. No. I mean, that looks better. Kinda? Not really. Blah, 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 blah. Try 4. Now I want place with 4. Lag. Oh. $400 shaders. What? What is going on here? Oh, yeah, those are actors. I have to make those. Haha, not the grass I want. 4. Oh, gross. 4. That might be acceptable. Just seems a little too small. What do you think? Yeah. I think the same. Uniform min 2. Reapply. Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, that's a lot better. I don't know if I like how the height is though. Okay, lock X and Y. That's 2. Min's 1.5. No, actually, that's not what I want. I want 2, 2, 1.5. Actually, let's try 1. 1. Let's try 1. Sort of. 1.5 to 2. Not really what I want either. 1.8. Then 1 to 1.5. That's better, I guess. It's still probably tall. Yeah, it's some fucking tall grass. I guess what I want then is wider grass. Oh shit. What? That's not what I wanted. Lock X and Y. Free. Yeah, not what I wanted. Yeah. It's an artist's touch at this point, like what I would have to do with it. So, but yeah. Anyway. Oh, there's that 120 FPS. Anyway. I'm gonna get off. Anyway. Actually, that's not what I want. Yep, that's what I want. It's been awesome. Till next time. Later.